This 26 Sports and CCTV high school basketball presentation is presented by Cadillac Casting Incorporated.
Welcome back to Cadillac High School, where tonight the Cadillac Vikings picked up victory number 10 in what was a pretty close, low-scoring first half. The score at halftime was just 15-10. The Vikings with the 5-point lead kind of turned into a rout real quick in the third quarter as Cadillac exploded, and they pull away with a 19-point victory here tonight, 46-27. For the young Bay City squad, coming into tonight's game, leading scorer Alexis Smith had 13 points, 6 below her season average, and I don't believe she got anywhere near her 19 rebounds. Eric and I don't keep that stat, but just from watching the game, I'd say she's probably down around 10. The Vikings do a fantastic job defending her, in particular Macy Brown and Emmeline Rosenberg, but certainly all the girls sliding in from either the left or the right on the floor to help defend Alexis Smith. Olivia Willett with 10. That's 23 of the 27 right there for the Lady Wolves. How about for Cadillac, Eric?
Michaela Knight had 2 for Cadillac. Olivia Meyer had 7. All third and fourth quarter points for Olivia that really helped ignite some of that runaway third quarter for the Vikings. Macy Brown had 8, but they were all very essential first half points that really kept the Vikings in this game when they were really struggling to either keep possession of the ball or to make a basket. Then McKenna Bryant had 10, and Vikings leading scorer was Molly Anderson with 19.
So another big win for the Vikings. They're in a tough week of basketball here as they play 3 games this week. The next 2 are on the road. Looks like they go to Petoskey here 2 days from now. And then they have a Saturday game up at Traverse City against TC West. And you're going to see, I think, a lot of programs in our area have these 3-game weeks just because of all the tough weather Michigan has experienced since, basically since Christmas.
Right. So, a lot of teams have missed a lot of games, and they've been a lot of soft practices when kids are out of school. It's hard to keep a rhythm going, and it's hard to keep your energy this month of the year. There's a lot of road games, and now they're going to play a couple weeks of 3 games a week. It takes a toll on these kids.
You know, Eric, you and I talked to Coach Mack up here just moments before the start of the game, and I remember you asking him, how he felt practices had been, with all these snow days. Were they pretty lethargic? And Mike said no, he thought the energy level of the kids has been really good. Both the girls I spoke to before the game said, both of them commented that the favorite part of their practice is how hard they compete against each other in practice. And boy, did we see the Vikings show that, especially in the second half. But really in the first half, they just weren't able to make shots. But they just, their defensive pressure was awesome.
It really came in 2 forms. First you have to shut down the Bay City leading scorer, and that job fell largely on the shoulders of Macy Brown, and she did a fantastic job and really took her out of her rhythm early on. And then Emmeline Rosenberg had some really important minutes in that defensive capacity as well. And so you've got this big presence down in the paint to stop that leading scorer for the Lady Wolves of Bay City. And then out at the point, you've got this ridiculous energy that's brought by Molly Anderson and McKenna Bryant, and you also had really good pressure from Olivia Meyer as well. And it's just really fun to watch the tenacity and the intensity of that defense, and really as you and I talked at the break, the discipline of that defense. It's very difficult to play that intense a defense without getting silly fouls, reach-ins, or body-ups, and they really didn't do that, and they're just a fun team to watch. It's a great balance.
And, when you watch coming off the bench, Drabeck and Vaughn and Katie Bartman up there at the top, all of those girls, their defensive pressure is just something to watch and not to get into foul trouble. And I think you hit it on the head, too. Olivia Meyer just kind of seemed to get things going for the Vikings here, especially in the second half. And then everything just kind of settled into place, and they took off with a nice win. All righty. So to wrap up tonight, Vikings with a 19-point victory here from Cadillac High School over Bay City Central. We want to thank once again our sponsor, our presenting sponsor, Cadillac Casting, also sponsoring Pizza Plus, Cadillac Tire, and Fox Motors of Cadillac. We want to thank our camera operators, Damian Brooks and Abby Ruther, doing the graphics for us tonight, Gabby Long, and certainly directing the show, Heather Stilson. Eric, great to have you on the show. Glad you made it for us. Hope to get you back on a few more times this year.
Great to be here. Really enjoyed that.
Good to have you. Well, everybody, we're going to say good night. I hope you enjoyed tonight's high school girls basketball brought to you here on 26 Sports and CCTV. Good night, everybody.